Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stefan. Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to react to the semi-finals of the Hungarian Boxing Championship, the one I took part in. In this semi-final, we were facing Kis Milan, who is a much more routine fighter than I am. It was a very interesting technical fight. I think I was much more focused. Now, before we react to this fight, I'd like to mention the fact that there were a few things I was skeptical about. I don't want to spoil anything. We'll react together. I'll pause just like I did in the previous video and give my opinion. Let's get into it. Okay, here we go. The meat. Bam. I remember the tone he used to announce my name was different in the first fight. In the first fight, it was a bit soft, let's say. And in the second fight here, so in the semifinals, the way he announced my name sounded a bit more energized. I laughed about it when I rewatched the fight. But yeah, it's pretty funny because he sounds like the Hungarian version of Bruce Buffer. I don't know if you guys know Bruce Buffer. I'm going to put him up on the screen here. Alright. I was ready to go. I was definitely more focused. Okay, so here, the referee will also mention that I did headbutt in the previous match, so he was warning me already to watch out for that. The thing is, my opponent was way taller than me, so there's no chance I headbutt him, but whatever. Okay. There we go, first round. I was ready to go, trying to close the ring as soon as possible, get the middle. I think he's trying to pressure him a little bit. It's like, okay, let's back off. Let's try to counter in the beginning. Trying to jab a little bit to the head, to the body. Trying to throw some hooks as well. Missed that right hand, but it's fine. Okay, that hook was terrible. Okay, so here, yeah, he was punching me in the back of the head. And you'll see throughout the fight, it happened multiple times. So trying to bait him with my hard guard again. Jab. Jab again. Okay. Block the punches. None of them got in. Blocked them all. You're barely touched me, barely. Okay, that was nice. I threw a hook to the liver, to the body, but he also punched my back, and I felt that right on the spine. That was nice. My left check hook was really good. I was trying to move a little bit as well. Bait, move. He's probing with his hand as well. Yeah, that clinching was... Clinching is... Okay, so here... there we go. So I didn't want to mention that in the beginning of the video, but you'll see his coach will argue with me, let's say, multiple times during the fight. I don't understand why. I think maybe he was trying to protect his boxer, which I understand. I didn't step on the ring with the mentality that I was going to headbutt my opponent or throw palm strikes and stuff like that. So I was just avoiding the punches, and I was not headbutting. I couldn't headbutt him. He was taller than me. And he was also talking to the referee, and the referee was doing everything he was telling him. So I was like, man, what the heck is this? Okay, that was a nice jab. Stepped in. Okay. I saw the attack. I stepped back. Blocked. Okay, here I missed my hook. Trying to... It was... I think it would have landed if I went for a longer hook. Okay, that was nice as well. Here I used the Felicia a little bit sometimes. I was not expecting it to work against a taller opponent, but I was surprised it did work. But I got caught a few times. Here, there we go. Yeah, I got caught with that jab at the end. I should have pivoted out, and I would have probably avoided that punch. Okay, there we go. Got caught again. Yeah. Yeah, the referee was telling him he was punching the back again. He's trying to bait. It's very technical. I like this fight because it was very technical. Okay, that's the first warning here. I did smother, but smothering is not headbutting. So, yes, I did step in. My head was on the side. So there's no way I could headbutt him here. I see his right hand. I step in. I smother. And he tells me, heads up. Okay, I was like, okay, I was a bit confused. That was the first warning. Okay, that was a bit messy. The right hand that I threw was a bit messy. I paid the price for it. There we go. That was nice. There we go. That's a nice barrage of punches. Okay, I should have followed up with that one. Here comes the clinching. Okay, that was a nice 1-1-2. I jabbed. Here he's trying to run away. So it's like, nah. He was clinching a lot. He didn't want me to get it close and start throwing a barrage of hooks. He's trying to keep the distance. I think he caught me here with the right hand. I'm not sure. Okay, so first round wasn't too bad. I think it was pretty even. Probably in the eyes of the judges, he takes that one. But, you know, I think it would be fair to give me that round because I think I landed more. Let's get into round 2. Ready to go. I was not even tired, to be honest. I was keeping that energy. So when I felt it was the right moment, I was ready to go and try to knock him out. That was the goal. I knew, to be honest, that if I don't knock him out, they would give him the victory by points. And my coach told me before the fight, Stefan, this guy is in the national team. All the referees know him, so watch out for that. They're all going to be against you. I didn't believe him at first, but then things happened during the fight, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. But I think I acted too late. Let's get right back into it. I was trying to hook again. So he's going to counter a jab to the body. Okay, I think I caught him with that right cross, but it was a bit messy again. No, none of them landing clean. Yeah, I think we both caught each other here. Okay, he got me with a jab. I smothered again. I was not headbutting. That's not true. I smothered. Let's check that again. Okay. Okay, he got me with a jab, but I think even that jab didn't land clean. Like, it grazed me. Yeah, I think it grazed my shoulder and got to my head a little bit, but here I just smothered. So I didn't headbutt him. I smothered. And look what he's doing with his arm. Whoop, right there. And the ref staying there and not saying anything is just ridiculous, but whatever. Let's get back into it. So it's like raising my hands. I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. The ref still warning me. Second warning. Okay, that was a nice jab from him. That didn't catch me at all. He caught my arms with it. Trying to bait again. Okay, and that hook was a bit messy as well. I got to the body, I smothered. But again, he's putting his arms. Okay, third warning. I thought he was going to deduct a point here, but now I think it was on the fourth one. I'm not sure though. Okay, that was a very nice check hook right there. So that's what I wanted to land. So I knew he's going to try to keep his distance, but still pressure me. So I was waiting for that. So let's get back to that check hook again. So I bait with my high guard. Let him in. Come in. As soon as he lunged himself, boom, right there, landed. Clean. And his coach, okay, that was a bit messy, but I think he was pissed. I caught him clean. Again, a perfect example of the clinching. I can't even move. I was blocked, honestly. I couldn't move there. It was funny. I was like, what is he doing? He was hugging me so hard. I was like, oh, yo. And his coach was telling the ref that I was throwing my head around again. I was like, nah, that's not true. How am I throwing my... So I'm dodging the punches, sir. He was telling the ref that I was throwing my head around. But how was I throwing my head around? I was just dodging the punches. Like, I didn't even smother here. I was just leaning on the side to avoid the punch, but okay, whatever. Let's go back. Let's see again. Yeah. No. It's a bit messy, definitely. Yeah. His coach whining again. That's fine. Okay, I blocked. Let me check again. Or maybe that left hook. No, that left hook didn't get in. I used a cross guard. It was very useful. I think he cut my elbow here. Yeah, okay, here I smothered again. And that's why he's like, oh yeah, he's throwing his head around. And then I got deducted a point. But I didn't headbutt him, but whatever. Like throwing my head. Yeah, here I got pissed because he started to throw like punches in the back of the head again. And that constant clinching also was starting to get to my nerves, to be honest. See, again, just punched me like 3 times in the back of the head. 3 times. Referee not saying anything. I was like, come on, man. Again, 4. And then I threw a hook. I missed. That grazed him. But if that one landed, he would have probably went to sleep. I'm sure 100%. I think I was not precise enough here, but that would have been nice. So yeah, we had that stare. I was like, man, I was pissed. I remember I was really pissed there. Trying to pay attention to his feints. Nice dodging here. Okay, that was a bit messy. Nice, but a bit messy. You see, I was smothering a... okay, here. Okay, bro, come on. Yeah, okay, hold on. Jab. Bro elbowed me. Ref, are we watching the same fight? Come on, he's right behind me. He could see from that angle that I got elbowed. You can see on the image here. Hold on, let's roll that back. All right, jab. Oh no, wait, that was cross. That was a cross, sorry. He threw a cross. Okay. I blocked. And then he threw that elbow. I threw a right hook right up top and the dude just pushed me. I was like, okay. Jab to the head. No, he missed. Okay, that was a bit messy. No, here I was not throwing my head. He threw a punch. He threw a right hook. I dodged the punch, but he pushed my head down. I think I got a point deducted again for that one. So I throw a right cross. He clinches. I lean in a bit. But he was pushing my head down already here. I was like, okay, what the and here, that's where I got the... I was like arguing with his coach. It was, I think, okay, to be honest, I think it was ridiculous. I should have been more stoic and not react to what he was saying. He was yelling so much and he was talking to me throughout the fight. I disagreed with the ref. He deducted me a point again. I was like, man, come on. Yeah, I got pissed. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to admit this took my patience away. Right, trying to bait again with the high guard. Just waiting for that one mistake so I can counter him. Okay, end of the round. So that was round 2. I think it was... that round was just... I don't know. They probably gave it to him. It was messy. The second round felt more like a street fight. I think the first round was nice, but the second one was terrible for the both of us. Yeah, he punched me in the back of the head. The ref didn't say anything. Just a point deduction for the smothering and all that was just ridiculous. But I think that second round was just horrendous. But whatever, let's just move on to the third round. Let me just skip that part. But here we touch gloves. Started with a jab. Jab to the body, go back to the head. Okay, here he caught me with a left hook. I'll block the punches. Okay, so that was nice. So I closed the distance with a left hook and then I threw my right cross, thinking let him clean. But then he followed up with his right cross, but I don't think it was as impactful as mine. There we go, yeah. That was nice. Nice exchange. Good jab again to the body. But that was a bit messy. Okay, smother again. Okay, dodged. Yeah, I remember that sequence. Yeah, it was a bit messy. I think none of us landed. Or maybe he landed one punch. I'm not sure. I threw a gazelle punch here. Yeah, it was a bit messy. Didn't land. And I think that's where, yeah, that's where I'm going to get knocked down. It was not a big one, but I felt that, I think, yeah, he landed a right uppercut around the chin. Trying to dodge. Yeah, there. He stepped in with it. Yeah, no, it landed clean. It was pretty nice. So I took a knee. I was like, okay, let's just recover real quick. I got back up, and I was ready to go again. Alright. Yeah, he was getting tired a little bit, definitely. Yeah, I blocked. I was trying to bait with my high guard again. Okay, so there, that's the thing I was talking about earlier in this video. This count, for example, is a perfect example of a unjust count. I blocked the punch at the end. I also landed my hook. Sure, it was maybe not as impactful as his punches, but If it would have landed on my chin or my head would have been pushed back from the impact, I would have understood the count. But here wasn't the case. Play it again. So, okay, so here, he didn't catch me with his first punch. I did catch him with my own. He followed with a lead hook. I remember my right hand was up. I did block it with a cross guard, so it didn't land flush on my head. And that's where the ref said stop and started counting. So yeah, I mentioned to the ref that he punched me in the back, so I was confused. So I put my hands up. I was ready to go again. He didn't even go to the 10 count. Yeah, he barely counted to 8, and then he already started to wave me off, pretty much. Yeah, okay. I was so confused. Honestly, I disagreed with this decision. I think it was unjust. But probably their strategy was to get me out of the ring as soon as possible. I don't know. But yeah, I was definitely pissed. And the funny thing is, if you go back, you can see after waving me off, he literally puts his hand on my shoulder, looks down, doesn't even look me in the eyes, looks down, and then points towards my corner. Like, go back to your corner. Like, I was like, what's going on? And he actually like came with me. It's like, I was not gonna like, refuse. Obviously, you gotta listen to the ref. Because I looked him in the eyes. I was like, that's not fair. He knew it as well. Yeah, my opponent came to me, touched gloves. I saluted his coach, everybody, the crowd. But yeah, I was definitely pissed, and I didn't agree with this decision. And it's really interesting because my coach and I watched this fight multiple times, and we couldn't shake the fact that his coach was like telling the ref what to do. What is this? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but again, I don't want to take away the first knockdown. I respect my opponent, and again, Milan, if you're watching this, I have nothing against you, my brother. I think it was a great fight, apart from all the things that happened. Now, do I agree with the decision again? No. I think he should have let me keep going, and I'd rather lose by point decision than lose that way. And I remember when I went up to his coach, asked him if we could do this again because this was messy, to be honest, and it was unjust. I didn't feel like he won fairly, but again, I cannot take away the fact that yes, he did knock me down at the beginning of the third round, but I just think that second count is just unjust. But yeah, it is what it is. It's boxing. I understand. All I can take from it is experience, and I think it's better to be at peace with what happened than keep lingering in the past. I'd rather take what I learned from this experience and move on. I think this is the best thing I can do. Will I get the chance to fight him again? I don't know. We'll see. Am I up for the challenge again? Definitely yes. I know I can win against him. But my final take on this is, I think with more preparation and less emotions involved, I think we could have won the whole tournament and become the Hungarian heavyweight champion. Perhaps this year wasn't our time, and I accept it, but next year we're definitely going for that first place. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it valuable. Please leave a like, subscribe, and also share your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you guys later. God bless you. Peace.